My name is Silk. I'm the editor and producer here at The Bomb Hole. And for episode 200, Chris's episode, we wanted to put in so much effort in order to make sure that this was a very special experience for Chris and a special episode to live on The Bomb Hole. And ultimately, we decided that we would fly out all of his friends to do their guest questions in person. And the hardest part might have been just keeping that a secret. First thing we needed to do was figure out who was going to sit here to host this episode and who was going to sit here.
How do I know Chris? I know Chris because I used to be his boss once upon a time. And I've been his friend for a very long time. We've known each other for over 20 years.
I've known Chris for about 15 years now. I met Chris when I was on a trip to Mount Hood, kind of instantly hit it off. And then the next season, I actually moved to Salt Lake with them for the winter and filmed with them and just got to know them. And Chris has always been a great friend. And we just bonded, kind of same sense of humor.
Will you do me a kindness? Don't slam the fucking door! I don't want any more bullshit from anyone, and that includes me.
Same sort of ambition, and really proud to call him a friend for over 15 years now. I had a conversation with Jules and Hava and heard I was on a short list to maybe getting selected as guest host, and I just told them, like, hey, for what it's worth, that would be incredible. Like, I've never done any guest hosting before, but I always feel comfortable around Chris, and I felt like we could create some really good banter and some really good conversation. And so I was really excited to be asked to get chosen eventually and work with Hava as the other co-host.
I only had one real goal with this episode, and that was to create an unforgettable experience for Chris.
This is without a doubt the coolest moment of anything that's ever happened to me in snowboarding, my whole career, hands down.
To landing in Salt Lake and getting picked up in the Bomb Hole limo and going to grab like dinner, it all felt like a blur. And then that was all like we went over to the studio to kind of prep and run through some stuff, like learn how the soundboard worked and all this stuff. And I was like a little bit like overwhelmed, like, wow, there's a lot that goes into this.
A long time ago, I had the idea that, oh man, it'd be cool if the guest questions would be from people that we could have just come into the studio and surprise Chris and have that be sort of the thing that turns the episode on its head a little bit. And I thought that would be fun and special. And I would say that was my biggest contribution, was just kind of designing the episode that way and like creating the frame for the episode. And you know, the episode's different because it's not this like free-flowing conversation like every other episode is. I had to kind of like try and steer the conversation a little bit so that we could kind of make sure that he was kind of saying the things that would be worthy prompts to kind of get some of those guests into the conversation.
Hava came up with the idea and basically just put me on it to like produce it, I would say. Like booked everybody's flights, got the hotel rooms, and just like got the ads, like kept it under wraps from Chris. I don't know, I just like organized and made sure it happened, which as a general manager is my job.
Did you guys call Stevens? Stevens probably has some good shit.
All right, Dan, where are we?
We're at Eva Hotel. We're doing a little briefing. A pre-app briefing. What up?
When you open the first door into the garage, like you can hear stuff in the studio from outside.
Okay.
So don't walk in and be like, oh, is this where they are? Like,
Yeah, I was there a few weeks ago.
There's also the window. Yeah. Don't like instinctually like walk up to the window to see what's going on.
Yeah.
They don't come foot and mouth Stevens.
Yeah. I actually just said that. Yeah.
Basically, Silk is gonna signal to Jules like exactly when to go in there. So when Jules is like go in, that means like
Just
go
go
in like in exactly.
Trust me, I can botch it, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
What's happening?
Chris is gonna go inside, he's gonna take a shit. We're hiding in the car outside of the house. And then we're gonna go inside and let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, hang out. These are all from Silk Inside. Shit, hide. Go.
High stress.
We're outside the car. Stay outside for now. We're having JP repark just so we don't have him recognize the truck.
What's going on with this fucking chair out here? Jesus Christ, guys. I had this place dialed in.
Brad, you know me.
Oh, yeah.
You know me well enough to know I've been working on this for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be some twists and turns.
Yeah.
Twists and turns.
Yeah, and you're just like, kind of like, driving here like, I don't know, I'm always just, I never get nervous. Never get nervous. I'm fucking kind of nervous.
You're pacing.
Hava had emphasized the importance of it being a secret, and like I think the secret element of it was like what was going to make it so special.
That's a buzzer. That's a buzzer. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Holy shit! What the fuck's going on here? This is insane. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck, dude? What
here in the studio.
Are you doing here, bro? This is fucked up.
Speaking of,
What the fuck, man? Oh, shit. Oh my god.
And this guest.
Cross some wires. And this guest, I mean, I look around these.
That's a good one. Dude, I'm in Southern California grinding. Chris is just like gets it in his mind that I wasn't doing anything, that I was just surfing and romancing, which is true, but I was like fully doing so much for this episode, and he kept like shit talking me to his friends, and I was like hearing tidbits of it, and then he would like call me out on every Monday morning meeting when we have to talk about what we did last week and what we're doing for the upcoming week. I was fighting for my life because I'm not a good liar, so I was like trying to come up with stuff, and he was like, "You're not doing shit." But I knew that I was, and I knew that I just like couldn't wait for the moment when he was gonna like come out and feel so bad about it, and that's exactly what happened.
Even like this episode in particular, he like doesn't know anything that's going on, so he's like at home and he's like no one's doing anything and what's gonna happen, and he's like calling Joe and like God bless Jules because like there's so much work that's going in, and he's like what's happening, and I'm like, you just need to relax. It's gonna be fine.
Like, so sick that everyone was able to make it out. And thanks for hopping in here. I think, like, doing the group pick that you guys always do, like, we can knock that out. And then also, surprise, after this, we have, like, a whole kind of cookout food.
My eyes! My brown eye.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, chef, let's see what we got.
Chris is a special dude. Like it's not a lot of hard work when you're doing stuff for people that you love and people that you care about and people that are doing things that you find interesting and that you want to be a part of.
Oh my god. I remember the first day that we met. I taught you how to smoke your first cigarettes. You were so sweet in everything you did. And oh darling, you made me seem so big. Just to have you right there in my arms. Just to hold and squeeze all of your sweet loving charm.
I think it was important to put in all this effort to show Chris how much he means to all of us. I think stuff like this is really rare. 200 episodes with something that was just an idea at one point. To get to that level is really cool and should be celebrated.
16 points. I want to thank you again and say bye-bye. Damn. I want to thank you again. Oh, I will cry.
Feels good to be the
Sweet
king.
kisses to you and everything you do.
Right there.
Darling, I wish I had another one.
The whole goal behind us in general as a company is to like foster a community and make people feel included and make people feel like they're having fun. I think that that's what makes the Bomb Hole so special, and that's what makes Chris so special. And if this was just a representation of like, you know, we appreciate you, we love you, like we're all having so much fun, let's keep doing this.